Hi everyone, Simon here, author of When Santa Learned the Gospel. I've got an exciting unboxing to do, but before I do, I just thought I'd share with you a little bit about the next stage of the book. One of the big things I really wanted to do this year was get the book out to Australia and see how well it would go. And then my big goal for next year, for 2018, was to try to see if there was someone overseas who may want to take on the book, whether a publisher or a distributor, especially to get it into the UK and the USA. I knew the book would, a lot of the themes and especially all the cliches about Santa would work really well for that audience, and I thought it would do really good, but I had no idea how I would do it and how I would find someone. I really just trusted that God would lead me somewhere. And I really thought it would be 2018 in which I did that hunting down for a publisher. And then something very exciting happened only about a bit over a month ago, on the 14th of September. I was contacted by a man named Jonathan Carswell, and he runs a distributing group distributing organisation in the UK called 10 of Those, which has been running for about 10 years, producing or running a lot of the bookstores in some fantastic conferences and supplying churches with a lot of gospel and great Christian resources. They've also, in the last few years, started publishing their own work. And so he wanted to contact me, and I remember, and talk to me over Facebook chat. And I said, a little bit later, and I was putting my daughter Dorothy to sleep. And one of the things I did was read her the next chapter. We're going through this book, Everything a Child Should Know About God. Great little resource for helping your kids know theology and different things about God. So I read her the next chapter in this, put it to sleep, and then went and talked to Jonathan. Excitingly, he said he was really excited about the book that I'd produced and wanted for 10 of those to take on the book and publish it themselves over in the UK, getting it into both the UK and the USA and across the world. They've had great success with lots of different books. One you may know is Tim Keller's book, I think The Freedom of Self-Forgetfulness, a little book that they published. And I discovered a little bit later that this book that I was reading to my daughter before I met with him is actually published by 10 publishing, 10 of those. So that's the group. So I was reading their book, and this is one of their really successful books, and I highly recommend it too. And they didn't pay me to say that. And so, yeah, they wanted to take us on, and so the last month, or the next few days after that, was the next week or so, was talking with them, working out the contract, and signing up with them, and giving them the files that I'd produced the book in, and they wanted to get the ball rolling really quickly. I remember they talked about, they said, look, we'd love to get the book out this Christmas if we can. We know it's really short notice, and so we won't be able to do all the promotion we usually can over a year, and so it's only going to be a small print run. And I'd done my first print run was 2,000 books, and that was ridiculous, especially for a self-publisher in his first year. And then we realised we were going to run out, so we've ordered another 1,000. So we were doing 3,000 books, thinking, my gosh, what an incredible year this has been, and selling that over a whole year. And so he said, we want to do only a small print run this year. We're only going to do 5,000 in the to sell in the last in the last couple of months before Christmas, which is incredible. So So we signed up with them. We think they're fantastic. Their real goal and their heart is to produce books that are high quality gospel resources as cheaply as they can, to get to it as many Christian organisations and families as they can. So their goal is not about putting a really high profit margin to make big bucks. Their goal is making sure that they only have books that they hand select and are really gospel focused, and getting them to as many people as possible. So, which is really exciting, and really the goal of me writing When Sandal in the Gospel was really to get it out there and to give a resource to families and people so that they can share the gospel with their kids and with their friends and family who don't know Jesus. So they were totally on board with that. Very, very excited to have me on board, and I was excited to partner with them. It's all happened super quick. They've already sold nearly 1,000 of my books before they've even really done promotion for it, just through it being out there. So we're really hoping this Christmas is going to be great for them. If you want to know how that's working between me selling books and them selling books, basically this year in Australia, I'll be selling my book. If I get some international orders, from this point on, I'm pointing them to them. And what they're producing at the moment is a soft cover version, and then we're thinking next year whether or not we'll do a hardcover version as well. If you really like the hardcover version, then you send them an email, tell them they have to do a hardcover version. We'll see how it goes. But in this box, getting to this box, is the soft cover version. I have not seen it yet. To some degree, this is my first unboxing of a published work. Before I published the book myself, and that's been a huge process and hugely satisfying when I did that unboxing video, if you haven't seen it. But there's something even more special about this to me, because this is, I don't know, there's something about getting another publisher, someone outside yourself, who's willing to put the money and the effort into producing something that you've created. So there's something very official about that feels very exciting. I'm also very keen to see how they, what the stock they use, because I didn't get to choose any of that. And I made a lot of choices about how this should look and how it should feel, and I really wanted it to be very special for people. So let's just get to it, and I'll do the unboxing. So here we go. Let's see. Oh, there's a strip here. These unboxing videos are always very exciting because here we go. Here we are. There we are. Now look at that. It's about the same size, hey? Oh, fantastic. Oh, really nice. There we go. So there's the book. It's the same size, and it's the same thickness. Some have commented whether, because it was a fairly thin book, whether the hardcover was exactly right for it. So we're really excited to have a softcover version. It means they can produce it much cheaper and in bulk. But yeah, if you look, it's got the same things. It's got their publishing logo on it. So that means, yes, that Simon Says Publishing has had its day with this book. What's going to happen pretty much from now on is they're going to take on the publishing and the printing, and next year we'll be getting them all from them, which is great. Really, really exciting. There's a sadness attached to that, but to some degree, this is where I was wanting to go, to pass the baton on, to get it to a stage where someone can take it to the rest of the world, and hopefully to many, many, many people. It's something which I knew I couldn't do by myself. I've thought that this year has really been the year of Christmas, both for me and my wife. It's been this year has been full of this book, and it's been very, very rewarding, but also very exhausting. And we don't know how long we could have kept doing that every year as it came around. So to have another group that has the resources to be able to take it on is an incredible gift from God. So we're very grateful for that. But yeah, so there we are. It's all the illustrations and everything. It's just still, it's, you know, they've done a great job with their printing. Some new little features is it's got page numbers. So I don't know, page numbers, but you know, that's a good thing. Oh, this was another one. It says Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas. Have I sold out? They've said happy, not Merry. No. Apparently in the UK, that saying Merry Christmas, it's a bit more associated with drunkenness and revelry. Even the Queen doesn't say Merry Christmas. She says Happy Christmas. In Australia, it's not that big a deal. But hey, look, we're getting it into an international market, and they've really kept to the same vision of the book, and they've been just so supportive and enthusiastic. So it's very exciting to join up with 10 Publishing, and 10 of those. If you are not in Australia, please look up their website and order the book. And hopefully for those in Australia, if you're looking for a softcover book to be able to give to your church next year, if you want to do a big event and give these out, we'll hopefully have a big batch for you. So so please join with me in thanking God that He's brought this thing that I thought I would take the whole of next year to try to find. God brought someone to me. So we're very grateful to Jonathan and his team in the UK, and we're very grateful for you for all your work and all your support over the year. And it's very exciting to have this in my hand. So thanks, guys. I'll talk to you later.